What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer taking a look at ABC combo deck. It's like featuring Thunder Dragon Colossus. I don't even really know what you would call this very strange deck. Adventure ABC featuring Thunder Dragon Colossus. I'm going to show three combos that kind of go over the main pieces together. Everything is essentially a two-card combo, but I'm going to show you that you can do it with every variation of like what you have in your hand if you see two of them. They're kind of the same, but a little bit different. So let's just say in this case you have Rite of Aramesir and then you have Dragon Ravine. It's full combo. All of these are. It's actually, this is a really fun deck to play. You can get really creative with the way that you get to your end boards. It's like genuinely like fun to just like practice instead of like even playing it. But okay, let's get into it. Rite of Aramesir. This is going to protect you from hand traps. Though you are vulnerable at one point, I'm pretty sure. But at least in the very beginning, you're not. Dragon Ravine, just pitch one, doesn't really matter what it is. And then you can go for the... Oh, it shuffles its back, but, you send the dragon to the graveyard, and it, reduces its level. You turn that into Ancient Fairy Dragon. Now you can destroy it and get into Union Hangar, which is the most important piece. Because this helps you get into your World Chalice, but also it helps you get into the Cupid pitch, which is really important. You kind of find your way to get there, and it's like kind of like really important to like, you can use gravity controller to get this out of the get it off the field automatically, but it's like way better if you can use it as a link play, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So we can go into IP, and this is a brick straight up. Okay, it's chosen by the World Chalice. It's not important other than the fact that it is a level 3. That's the important part. So then you can use the secession which you just found, to bring back Torque Tune Gear. So this lets you go into Cupid Pitch. It actually kind of works out because you can reduce its level by 1 to make it a 3. So it helps you go into a Synchro 10 play. And there are a few Synchro 10s that you can do. I think you can go into Dispotter because this is a Dragon Synchro. I could be wrong. I forget what the requirements for Dispotter are. Yeah, but it's fun. Like, you really truly get to be very creative in the way that you get to your end boards. So Cupid Pitch gets sent to the graveyard. Shooting Riser can send a card. It's level 4, so this really works out. So you can send the last piece. So this is like a really important card. Very underrated. I mean, specifically for this deck. It just helps you get to your last, ABC piece. You can't search it out, at least in the way that this combo works out. You're not going to be able to bring this back and then search again and then bring it to the field. So you just have to find a way to get it to the graveyard. And that's the easiest way to do it. So then you can go into Chenying, which I actually really enjoy because its effect comes based on when it's banished. And of course, like, all you're doing is banishing either the banish effect with this or it like the tag out effect. So it really works out where you don't have to force yourself into using Chenying before you want to. And then you have Colossus, right? Which is pretty much the whole purpose of the deck, to bring this out as easy as possible. And then you have IP Masquerena, which is going to, once you tag out ABC Dragon Buster, turns into Appaloosa, gives you those negates. Now, you don't have any like forward and facing negates, which is kind of unfortunate. It's not the best end board in the world. It's more of just like a fun, silly deck to play. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Let's say you have Union Hangar and Rite of Aramesir. So again, I'm trying to show the combination of the two most important pieces and the different variations between them. I can special summon this. And then, of course, like, it's basically now that you're protected on some level from a hand trap, which is, really important. Torque Tune Gear looks about the same this time. But if you open Union Hangar, it opens up the opportunity for you to get better stuff later on. IP Masquerena, just like last time. Now, this is where things, I believe, can get a little bit different. So there goes Cupid Pitch. I can turn that into Ancient Fairy Dragon. So now my Thunder Dragon Colossus is online. It really does work out. I mean, I do like this combo in the fact that, like, you will have a banish card. You don't have to worry about it. Like, within the structure of the combo, you don't have to do anything creative. You're going to have a banish card to bring back with Corridor, which turns into Colossus. And now you can go into Therian Disc Coliseum, which gives you an Omni Negate, which is really important. The other end boards did not have those. And you still have to search out the rest of your ABC pieces. So this is where things get a little funky. Like I'm pretty sure I'm not playing this optimally, and especially with the zones. Like, this is the best end board that you can get to, essentially. But you can definitely do this significantly better. Like, you can probably do Colossus later. And when I had Cross Sheep, I didn't use it. I just used it as a stepping stone to get the last piece in my hand. So you can see, like, the ceiling of the deck is even higher. The first one I showed and the last one I'm going to show combo-wise, Those are pretty streamlined. This one is the one that's like the most open to interpretation. And then that's just going to bring that out, and you can go into ABC Dragon Buster. Like I said, I think you can do a little bit more with this. I'm actually not even sure, like, really, like, what more you can do. It's a good end board. Okay, it's an Omni Negate. You get 4 Appaloosa Negates, Thunder Dragon Colossus, and then you have ABC Dragon Buster, which can tag out. So not bad. Not bad at all. And then I'm going to show one more combo, and then I'll go to the deck profile. This is if you have Ravine and Union Hangar, which is always nice. Of course, you're playing Terraforming and all that, which I'll get to. This is a little bit more interesting, like what you're going to do. So now I can go into Dragon's Ravine and go into Destrudo. So instead of going into, you know, the World Chalice early, which I normally do, you got to do things a little bit differently to make sure you get all the inboard pieces that you want. This is an ABC card. Like, it's the best ABC card to ever exist, essentially, because it lets you equip stuff, and then you can just special summon it again. None of the equips are once per turn. Okay, so now, again, I can go into ABC, bring this out, and I haven't even used World Legacy Succession, so now I can go into Cupid Pitch, turn that into Chen Ying, go into the Corridor, turn that into Colossus, and then you can turn this into here. So again, it doesn't really matter what 2 cards that you see, main combo pieces that you see, you're always going to be able to get to this or something really similar to this, which is nice. It's just like a silly, silly deck to play. So I'm just going to go ahead and show the deck profile really quickly. I'll talk about my comments. I'll talk about cards that are coming out. So I do run 9 hand traps, and it's not the best thing in the world. It's not the worst either. Imperm, Ash, Effect Failure, whatever the case may be, whatever hand traps you feel are the best. 1 copy of the Chosen of the World Chalice, 1 copy of Nemesis Corridor. Not the worst thing in the world if you open it. And if you do open it, there's less pressure for you to have to go into Cupid Bitch, because it can be a little awkward at times. 1 copy of Regulus, 1 copy of Destrudo, 1 copy of Driver. This is the only true brick in the deck. Like, even Torque Tune Gear is not a brick, because if you have Union Hangar, you just normal summon it and you equip the other half. So it like truly does not matter. 1 copy each of the names: A Assault Corp, E Buster Drake, Sea Crush Wyvern, and then 1 Torque Tune Gear. Not really cards that you want to see, cards that you want to search out. Wandering Griffin Rider. Of course, you go 3 Water Enchantress. 3 copies of Prod of Prosperity. This is to help you find, like, you need to see a field spell in your hand, obviously. And I'll talk about a card that's coming out soon. 3 copies of Rite of Aramasir, 1 copy of Terraforming, 1 copy of World Legacy Succession. Set rotation, right? You got to see these cards as much as possible, these field spells. The Fateful Adventure, of course. 3 copies of Dragon's Ravine, 1 copy of Disc Coliseum, 3 copies of Union Hangar, and the Chicken Game came out. I know these two conflict, so it's more of like, this is a field spell. Like, sometimes, like, literally just having a field spell helps you go into your combo, even if you don't even use the effective Chicken Game to draw a card. It can come up. It's very rare, and if Chicken Game comes off the ban list, I'd probably, like, get these cards out and, like, just use them as the draw 1 effect. Onto the extra deck really quickly. 2 copies of ABC Dragon Buster, 1 copy of Thunder Dragon Colossus, 1 copy of Chen Ying, 1 copy of Drag Eye. I didn't show this, but there are times where you can go into a Synchro 8. It doesn't come up too often, so it's probably one that you can drop and put whatever. 1 copy of Ancient Fairy Dragon. A lot of limited cards in this deck. I just noticed that. 1 Shooting Riser, 1 copy of Ib the World Chalice, 1 copy of Cupid Pitch, Access Code Talker to finish things off, Appaloosa, IP Masquerena. I do run Gravity Controller. In fact, I'd probably take it out and put more cards in there, like something a little bit more useful. SP Little Knight can be used with IP Masquerena, technically. And then Typhon, you know, just, again, generic cards. The one card I did want to highlight before I end the video is this new card coming out, Cosmo Queen. If a field spell is activated, you special summon it, and you get to destroy and add another one. So, again, if Chicken Game ever came out, this could be really, truly relevant. The level is a little bit weird, but it can probably just be used as link fodder. I wanted to show the list, like, as is, if you want to play it, like, today. But just know that this card, I think, is going to be really important in the future if you want to play this silly deck for whatever reason, like I do. I spend way too much time with this deck, I feel like, but it was cool to do. It is nice to see that, you know, Thunder Dragon Colossus off the list, and it could probably steal you a few wins. And the deck is, like, kind of fundamentally sound, at least on a theoretical level. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Other than that's going to do it for today's video, and I will see you guys next time.